All right, let me know if you guys could hear me. I'm just gonna grab some water real quick. Some water. Okay. All right, you guys can hear me. Fantastic. How's everyone feeling today? I am feeling so good. Just gonna catch up with some of these homies at the beginning. Got a beautiful desert to look at today. Got to make sure I keep my computer charged. Sanaz, how are you? Sending you and Tesla lots of love. Mike, I appreciate you. I guess everyone's pretty happy about Bitcoin being at 62,000 right now, right? Beautiful. Liberty Prime. My wife got the get the jab or get fired speech today. We need to organize a section to collect information on how to beat this. Just tell your wife to tell her boss to go fuck himself. That's how we solve the problem. What's up, Dick Warlock, Yvette, Jeremy, Jack, Keston, Jacob, George Rush, Dillip. Thanks for asking how I'm doing, Dillip. I am absolutely incredible. Feeling the best I've ever felt, actually. Brooke, sending you love, brother. Great. It's our favorite day of the week. Friday live stream. Okay, everyone's saying they could hear me loud and clear, so that's great. Karen, Sean, Hero. Good morning, Huron. Or as I like to say, Grand Rising. Jordan, thank you for the suggestion about the phone wallpaper with positive vibe. Really helped. Beautiful. I'm glad that you listened to that. Actually, ever since I told everyone about that last live stream, a bunch of people did it. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Also, I think on the, let me see real quick. I want to check out my calendar because I have something that I wanted to tell you guys. All right. Okay, this is perfect. So there's an eclipse on the 19th of November, pretty sure. And I think that's also the full moon next month. And I plan to do at least like 4 grams of mushrooms before the live stream. So if you guys are ready for an even more epic live stream than usual, it's going to get lit. Just wanted to let you know that. I've had that idea for a while, and I haven't done any psychedelics in a while. But I thought it would be really fun to just stare at this crazy desert and talk with you guys. Maybe you all could join me, you know? I want to start doing that with everyone, you know? Like for November, I'm going to challenge all the the male wolves in the pack to grow out their beards. And then we definitely have to start fasting together soon as a community. Create some powerful energies. All right. What's up, David Cruz? What's up, Ian? How's it going, Sherry? I hope you're doing well. Sending you lots of love. It's beautiful. We almost have 300 people pretty quickly. Beautiful. Jamie, how are you? Amaj says, never followed a better technical analysis in the game. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Just thinking how I needed this. Yes. All right. I'm just kind of waiting for more people to join in before we get going. Enzo says, you are the one. Yes, that is facts. And you are also the one. What's up, Adele? Bella, how are you? See, I knew I'd eventually find your comment. Steve says, what are your thoughts on the possibility in the future where general public will not be able to buy XRP during next bear market after settlement with the case? Steve, we're just going to start out with the red pill today. The settlement, the case, the SEC, none of that shit matters at all, actually. This market is completely ran by an algorithm. And the algorithm works regardless of what happens in the law system, because the law is all bullshit. It's just theater. It's like Hollywood. All your politicians, all of them, they get paid to do a job, and that job happens to be reading a script and acting. There's not one honest part of any of it. So, oh, and also the people who are allegedly in control of Ripple, like the people that they're showing us, like Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, they are cover boys. All they do is talk. They don't actually have any skills or talents. They're useless. Don't waste your time caring about anything they have to say. Just worry about you. Stay in your lane. Worry about the people that matter to you in your life. Give them love, and don't worry about what's going on with any of these settlements or any of that mess. Buy the fear. That's what I would recommend. Just buy the fear. If there's ever fear in a bear market, it's a good time to buy. I really wish I could play music. I wasn't prepared to for today at all. I would have had some copyright-free music. Brooke Law says, the Decode Your Reality collaboration is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I had a really amazing time on that last one with Logan. I think it was like 3 hours. It felt like it was like an hour and a half. It was absolutely amazing. I can't wait to connect with him again. I always look forward to just even having conversations with him. It's rare that I get to exercise the ideas that I have with somebody else who looks at this reality in a unique way. Sending you love, Julian. Nice. David's joining me. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. All right. So we're doing it, guys, on the eclipse, November 19th, the 1119 date. We're going to have a very good time. If you think these live streams are fucking crazy, just wait for that one. It's going to be sick. Gonna be sick. Yeah, let's all give Ian some big love for being on day 4 of a water fast. Amazing. Amazing, brother. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some fasting as we enter the end of the bull run because I want to stay focused. And when you consume foods, you start to kind of take energy that could be utilized for brain power and you start shifting it in other places. And it's just pretty amazing about practicing fasting. Of course, your first time doing a fast, it's going to be absolutely, it's going to be horrific. You might have a terrible migraine, but you have to build up to it like a practice. And once you get there, you enter this flow state where you're kind of like on day 3, you're not thinking about eating anymore. Your hunger goes away because the body is designed to be perfect with no additives, no supplements, none of that. And I'm kind of like shifting in this direction that I think humanity used to be breatharian, and like all things, we eventually just got like, we got caught up in doing some creative shit because that's what humans do. Humans are creative. We figure out a way to do everything opposite of the natural world. And then we have this really sophisticated system of, saying that we're doing it for all the right reasons. It's amazing. But that's another conversation. Becky, sending you love. Thank you. I love all the love that I'm getting here. Like, you guys are amazing. It's just like it's so great. Like, you guys aren't even asking questions. You're just you're just like, I love you. It's amazing. I really like that. I'm trying to find questions. I just can't. It's everyone just saying hi. Yo, what's up, Liam? Cole says, bro, this channel is amazing. I passionately follow astrology and Gematria, tracking world events, courtesy of Zach Hartley, and I love your work. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thomas says, what's your favorite way to break a fast? So it depends on the style of fast you did. If you did a dry fast, you need to reverse engineer out of that dry fast. So what I mean by that is you probably want to start with just pure water. Definitely distilled water, because if you've just done a dry fast and you take regular water in, it's going to have a bunch of dirt in it. So you need to use distilled water if you're going to get into dry fasting, for sure, to break your fast. And then out of that, you want to maybe consider, like, on a couple hours later, maybe 12 hours later after doing water, then you want to get into some coconut water. Maybe after the coconut water, you can start moving into like fruit juice. Then after the fruit juice, whole fruit. Then after the whole fruit, you want to consider maybe like try your first salad. But if you're going to do a dry fast, you don't just want to jump straight into consuming food again, because first of all, your kidneys are like, they just got their first break that they might have ever had. So it's so circumstantial. If you're going to do a water fast, you could break your water fast with coconut water and then perhaps just go straight into fruit juice like pretty soon. You could do it like right when you wake up the next day after like a couple days of dry fasting. So also the amount of time that you fast for plays a huge role. So if you do like 4 days of water fasting where you're not consuming any whole foods, you really need to make sure that whatever you break your fast with isn't something that's definitely not meat, definitely not starchy carbohydrate, because you're going to basically build up a glue in your digestive system and that's going to fuck you up. So anyways, anyone who's eating meat and shit, like, there's no point of even fasting, like, because you're just going to go back to eating that meat and then you're putting parasites back in the body. So, you really just have to think of it from a perspective of where you're at with your diet. And if you're eating a diet, then you probably have to change your outlook. Most people are eating dead foods, and if you're fasting and then going straight back to eating McDonald's, it's just one step forward, 30 steps backwards. So it's really hard to talk about that particular question. Like, it's hard to answer that because there's just so many variables. Depends on your body weight, depends on how many days you fasted, it depends on the water quality, it depends on the fruit quality that you have in your area. If you're somebody who's living in like Thailand and you have coconut trees in your backyard and pineapple and shit like that, it's going to be so much easier for you. But for me, like what I really enjoy doing is I like to fast during the winter time, because when you fast, you actually naturally decrease your body temperature. So, of course, you're losing a lot of fat while this is happening. But at the same time, the air outside is alkaline. So, again, like a lot of people don't actually know why people tend to get sick during the wintertime. And the biggest reason is because the air outside is more alkaline. And most people are extremely acidic. So what happens is the alkalinity outside will start to move out the acidity in the body. Like, essentially, exosomes start eradicating themselves from the body. You know, you're a human organism, you're perfect, and your body wants you to be balanced. So what happens is a lot of snot and lymph and mucus starts evacuating the body during the time when it gets colder outside. And at that time, some people's bodies are so toxic that they don't have their system can't actually keep up with the rate at which it wants to detox, and it makes you ill, it makes you sick. So that's actually why I prefer to do fasting in the winter, because it's like prime time. You know, I have so much help from the outdoors on my side, especially where I live, where it could get to like 20 degrees Fahrenheit for a bunch of days. So it's like it's miserable. It's absolutely miserable, but you're doing it for enlightenment. You know, you're doing it for the balance. You're doing it to learn. You're doing it to see what you're capable of. You know, if you could do 3 days of dry fasting in like January when it's like snowing outside, you're gonna see the person you become after that small 4-day experience. You're gonna come out of it and you're gonna feel like the greatest person ever. And then also by like day 3, you're just not even gonna give a shit about any of the stuff you used to give a shit about. Like, I remember when I've done I almost did a 4-day dry fast, and I had to stop myself because I could have done it, but my body was just like, no, you're not you're not going any further than this. Like, I had like an 8-pack, you know, like that's how lean I was, and I just had to stop it. Because you shouldn't have an 8-pack. Like, that's too low body fat. So I got there, and then I like, because I felt so good, like spiritually and consciously, that was why I wanted to keep going. It had nothing to do with my body. It had nothing to do with like this matrix. It just felt like, it felt super high level. So I want to do another one of those soon. I could talk about that, think about that all day. Yeah, Ian, you could resend that playlist, but it's not the playlist that's the problem. It's me that's the problem. I just keep forgetting to like I need to wait till I get a new setup. My office is like my work area is very like low quality. I need to get speakers and multiple screens, and when I get there, that'll probably be a lot easier for me to have like one screen open up with questions for the live stream and the other one kind of doing this video, and then I could play some music and not forget. But I tend to just forget, you know. Well, I'm really awful when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, I don't want to say I'm technically not capable of it. It's just I rather just talk and hang out with you guys and do that kind of stuff, and most of the time I don't remember half the shit that's going on. Robert Rascon says, thoughts on the Anunnaki. There are daddies, our mommies and daddies. That's who the Anunnaki is. They created us. Which also means that like we are the blood and the body of the Nephilim. Like, we are the Nephilim. That's what's so crazy about this. Like, this experience, as you're learning more too. Like, you're made in the image of God because you're made through the body of the fallen angels. That's what we are. That's why we have temptation, why we have lust, why we have greed, why we have, you know, all these things that are so wicked. Like, we are the wickedness of this world. Not animals, they're pure. Not the land, not any of that stuff. It's humans are. Why? Because we are made by the Nephilim. They are our gods. Do I take vitamins while you fast? No, you don't want to be taking vitamins at all, period. Because all vitamins are doing is just overloading your kidneys, and you're peeing 90% of that stuff out anyways. If you want to get more micronutrients in your diet, you want to eat live foods. You want to eat fruits and vegetables. If you're seeking vitamins, they need to be bioavailable. They need to be absorbable by the body. But if you take a multivitamin, you go pee 20 minutes later and you're going to have neon green pee, like neon yellow pee, because it's just all the vitamins. You just pissed it away. It's garbage. It's just a waste of money. You're better off just spending the money on buying higher quality foods. Do, 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 do. Big smooches. Yeah, I do that a lot. You're right. I do that a lot. I'm not even going to say what it is. Adele says, I want to visit you and grab a beer with you, my brother. Adele, I don't even exist. I'm not even a real person. I'm coming to you guys live from outside of the firmament somewhere on Saturn's rings. There's no beer for me to have with you. But when you get up there, we'll be chilling for sure. All right, enough of this diet stuff. Seeker66, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Says, how's the new website coming along? It's good. Yeah, I'll have the website live probably by the last couple days of the month. It's gonna be a good time. I'm focused on getting my website ready with the new trading course through the website because there's way too many scammers copying my work. Like there's just people straight up making Patreon accounts trying to copy my work now. So I appreciate it for what it is. It's really beautiful that people are influenced by my work, but at the same time, it's not. I want to protect you guys, like the people who actually are supporters of me, so that there's no confusion. So that's the point of making a website and getting into all that. Tony says, any Black Swan dates possible? Yeah. I think the next Black Swan will probably happen either February or March of 2022 or September of 2022. That's about as close as I could see. So February or March or September, either. Art of Detoxification says, you a detox specialist? Well, I used to practice, I took about 2 years out of my life to focus on what resonated with me most in regards to health and wellness. And you guys might know this by now, but whatever I get into, I become a master of that thing. And I preach that for all of you guys as well. Like if there's anything that you're into, become a master of it. And once you do that one time, it's going to happen in all the other new things that you get into. It's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing and a curse, though. But I could hold my own talking to any MD. And a lot of doctors that I've spoke to about food especially, they hate me. But I reversed my grandma's diabetes. I've literally helped people who had cancers. So I've done my part in this matrix in the detox field as well. So, of course, I was ready to, do this kind of stuff too. This stuff's even easier. Getting people to be cured of diseases is a whole different ballgame. Do, 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 do. Kevin B says, when are we buying our airport? Bro, soon. After this bull run, we'll do it. We'll definitely do it. We're going all in. No masks at my airport. Anyone who wears a mask is getting kicked out. Donna Heath says, dude, you're killing it. I'm relatively new to the markets. I love that this fitting into my spiritual practice, moon cycles, etc. Love you, man. I love you too. I appreciate you. What are your thoughts on H-bar? Hedera Hashgraph is definitely it's a Saturn token. So with Saturn tokens, you tend to have ties to this year in particular because it's the 21 year in the 21st century. So H-bar is going to do fucking amazing. As it has. What's up, Soda? Much love to you, brother. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you, Ambrose. Crypto Kitten, yes, you want to do salt water on your water fasts when you start to have a headache, but you don't just want to put salt in your water for no reason. But if you start to get a headache, salt water will take that headache right away. And most people who get into fasting, they have, most people drink or most people drink coffee. Like most people drink alcohol or drink coffee. And when you start to water fast, especially water fasting, you're going to have some fucked up headaches. So you have to be careful with that. And the best way to go is a saltwater flush the day before you actually get into your water fasting. But when you do a saltwater flush, don't go to work that day. You'll be fucking, that Waters Above guy told me to do a saltwater flush. Oh my God. It's just so funny to think about that. Yeah, don't do that though. Yeah, Janelle. The Elohim, the fallen angels made our human body in their image. But our spirit, our consciousness is a whole different conversation, right? But we know about that stuff. That's what we've been talking about in this live stream for so long, like figuring out what you are. Saturn ring selfie, please. Yeah, if XRP goes to $589, I'll do a face reveal. It'll just be me wearing a clown mask. All right, what is going on? Kiara Robinson, I really appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. Much love to you. Yeah, the NFT agenda is definitely sort of a precursor for transhumanism. Absolutely. All of this blockchain technology is the stepping stone of transhumanism. Just think about it. That's why I don't like that. That's why I'm not like all about this shit emotionally. I don't care about it because I know what the future is, you know? You just got to make that money now before that money goes away. Alanis, no, I don't meditate much anymore. Throughout the enlightenment process for me, I got to a point where I learned that I needed to learn how to stop my thoughts or to figure out what my thoughts were, or maybe even figure out who that observer was in the back of my mind. And then I met that observer, we shook hands, we hugged each other, we cried together, we figured it out. Like I met Agent Smith and I was just like, thank you, I'm done fighting with you. And then I didn't need to meditate anymore. Like ego, self, shadow, it all formed into one, you know? And it took like this profound experience for me to just get there, to give it all up. And then now my thoughts are my superpowers, you know? Like I don't need to sit quietly in a room anymore. I know how to create bliss. And that bliss is through what my life's purpose is, what I'm doing here right now. Oh, thanks, Douglas. I appreciate you, man. Thanks, brother. Much love, man. The cure for cancer is stop eating cancer. You keep eating foods that have the disease and you get the disease. It's plain and simple. Loki, thank you for complimenting my voice. I try to keep it calm. I try to keep it nice. Yeah, pink salt is pretty good. Himalayan salt is good, but a lot of that shit's counterfeit. So you got to watch out, you know. The same thing with Shilajit. Like a lot of Shilajit is just it's just counterfeit. Diggs, sending you love too, brother. Appreciate you. So Alex says, how to know H-bar is a Saturn coin. Look at the first logo of H-bar before they changed it to the newer logo. The first logo was legitimately just the logo of the Saturn zodiac, and then they changed it into the Gemini logo flipped sideways. I completely decoded that coin on my Patreon for anyone who wants to see a decode on H-bar, Hedera hash graph, and you want to see the Jesuit influence behind it. I think it was probably one of the best decodes I've ever done. Raleigh, sending you love over there to Melbourne, brother. Appreciate you. When you say breath work, are you talking about like pranayama or like Wim Hof breathing? I'm not sure. It's like a vague question. Did I say I look like Leonardo DiCaprio? I didn't say that. Nah, I didn't say that, man. Me and Leo, I think would have a good time together though, until he starts telling me about all the crazy blood ritual sacrifice shit he's had to do to get to his level. Then I would have to walk away, be like, nah, bro, fuck you. Yeah. So Cindy, the reason doctors don't know anything about nutrition is because they're not taught it in their 10 to 12 years of going to school. So Wookiee Vision, what are your thoughts on Wim Hof? Yeah, Wim Hof is a legend, bro. Wim Hof is a legend. Because Wim Hof proved that COVID is bullshit. Like, he proved that viruses are bullshit. You could literally inject some virus directly into your blood and then just breathe yourself out of that shit. It's amazing. Like Anthony Fauci's whole career goes down the drain because of Wim Hof. It's a sham. Viruses are a fucking sham. CMOS, CMOS is okay. I mean, Dr. Sebi made a fucking killing out of selling people who were below the poverty line CMOS. It's a little scammy. Just eat fruit, man. Eat fruits and vegetables. A lot of people try getting out of supplementation by trying to find a very similar idea of supplementation, and you got to remember, like, a lot of these natural supplements, and I'm talking about like when you're getting into like barks and roots, like stuff you can't just eat straight up, you know? Like when you get into that kind of stuff, you just need to remember that shit's medicine. It's like, it's not food you eat all day just for no reason. Like turmeric is a medicine, man. You shouldn't just be eating that all day. It has a purpose. And turmeric's extremely complex. You need to combine it with black pepper in order to activate a part of it. And it's fat soluble, so you need to include fats. I mean, these idiots out there eating fucking curcumin capsules thinking that it's going to do something for them. And it's like, no, dude. Like, that's not how nature works. Nature didn't like make a bunch of pills and tie them to the trees and they were like, yep, that's what we're gonna do. But that's what humans do. Humans find a way to package up and put a fucking price tag on everything that exists in this world. So Sanaz, the cure for eczema is fasting for sure, because all of the problems in the skin are due to the lymphatic system. So you need to study the lymphatic system and what's going on when you have psoriasis, eczema, any issues with acne, anything like that, it's because the lymph, once it gets blocked up, it starts to drain through the pores. So the pores in your skin are absolutely, that's just excess lymph, and it's toxins. And it's toxins from the foods we're eating. And also for those females out there, you guys putting a lot of makeup on your face and all those hair dyes and conditioners, and like that shit is gonna fuck you up, because that's your crown chakra. You have to keep that in line, you know? Like, those women out there need to stop dyeing their hair all the time and put in all those crazy chemicals, dry shampoo. Like, I know you want to be beautiful, women, but like, you're already beautiful. And if a man doesn't love you for the way you look without all that makeup, then you don't need him. You know, he's irrelevant. But anyways, Sanaz, when it comes to getting rid of eczema, psoriasis, some of these skin conditions, absolutely fasting, water fast, dry fast, you'll do really well. But remember, and maybe Ian could talk a little more about this too in the comments, but when you start fasting and you already have some skin conditions, it's actually going to increase the amount of those skin conditions being noticeable, because you're going to start pushing even more of this toxic material out of your body due to detoxification. So when you detox, it's essentially just all the shit in your body trying to get out, and it'll get out through your pores. You'll smell bad. Your breath will smell worse, but this is all toxic material. And then when you finish your fast, your breath and your body and everything is going to start smelling sweet, like especially if you eat a lot of fruit. Like, anyone out there that goes on like a 1 week fruit fast, like after a week, you fucking smell better. Your eyes look better. Your skin looks better. Everything about you looks better, because you're eating a way that you were designed to eat. No, sugar doesn't feed cancer. That's retarded. First of all, white sugar is not the same as grapes. It's not the same as dates. It's not the same as dextrose or maltodextrin or high fructose corn syrup. So just a statement like sugars feed cancer. First of all, cancer is fugazi. It's just some medical bullshit they made up. All diseases and all problems in the body are all more alike than they are different. They just show up in the person in a different point of attention. That's how it works. Yeah, you could do looping too. I don't know how much people want to talk about that though. But if you want to cure some problems in your body, looping will do it. So Hassan Tazi, I appreciate your super chat, brother. Thank you so much. Much love to you, brother. Says, any thoughts on how to build a family? Damn. Hassan, you always lay out these like super important questions on me, and then I'm like, what do I say to the homie, you know? Okay, so let's go one by one, because I like you a lot, Hassan. He says, any thoughts on how to build a family? Well, first of all, you need to remember that commitment is not a very it's not a very comfortable thing for humans. That's why the more enlightened you become, the harder it is for you to make commitments. So I'll start with that, right? Secondly, marriage is just, think about what marriage really is. It's tying you down to some idea that was created, you know, out of possession. Honestly, I think this idea of marriage, first of all, I know where it stems from. It stems from this Saturnalian idea of basically tying people down to their state, or tying people down to becoming property. And then they sell you on all these little like fine print things, like if your spouse dies, you'll be able to have their shit and all that. It's all nonsense. Like, think about it. When you're getting married, you put rings on your fingers. That's Saturn's ring. It's all ritual, you know. I'm not telling anyone that marriage is bad. I'm just giving the red pill, you know. This is more than what we normally think about. It's not that marriage is a bad idea. It's just, if you look someone in the eyes and you know you love them, why the fuck do you need to get married? Like, you love them. That's it. It's the end. It's like dying. It's like if I own a Lamborghini and I have a fucking, you know, mansion, but then I die, I don't have shit. I don't even have my skeleton anymore. I'm just nothing. I'm everything, actually. We get Lambos and we get mansions and we get all that bullshit so we can make nothing feel like something, but in actuality, nothing is everything. So if you love somebody, just love them. You don't need to be signed to any documentation, all this like ownership, possession shit. That's weird. That's very, very weird to me. How will you brace yourself for, how would you brace your children for the coming new world? That's a tough one, man. I don't think it's the move right now. Like, I'm sorry, but I do think some people could pull it off, but I don't think it's the move right now. For people who already have kids, you really need to get them out of those schools. You really need to prepare them. We have a transhumanist scenario moving in where this world's going to be different. You know, I mean, you guys, a lot of you know already. I don't want to bring down the vibes here, but just got to be real with you. You know, like, it's going to be a rough time. If you're just bringing a kid into the world, like right now, it's not going to be easy, man. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of shit that you're going to get tested with, and you're going to need to make sure that you make the right decision. And what is the right decision, right? Well, first of all, you have to ask yourself, is it based in love or is it based in fear? That's the first question when you're about to make a decision. Number 2, does it serve you or does it serve someone else, right? That's it. If you're doing it out of love and you're doing it because it serves you, it's the right decision. There's no mistakes there. It's only a mistake when you're doing some shit to make someone else feel good at your expense. But I think family is important. I don't think the family you're born into is important, but I think the family you choose to have in your life is important. And that doesn't need to be people that it doesn't need to be your partner. It could just be someone else that means a lot to you. You call them family. They're there for you when you need it. You know, that's what matters. Daniel Yakubian, it's a strong name, says, where would you recommend to relocate during these times? I would recommend going where this place is that's on camera. Is this Monument Valley? Yeah, you want to go where you feel the best. Like, I can't tell you that answer, you know? Like, I think I'm probably going to go to, like, the middle of Wyoming or some shit, you know? I'm going to go hide out in a bunker. I'm going to go hide. I'm just going to go build my, yeah. I'm going to make my reality exactly how I want to make it, and I'm not going to let this New World Order fuck with me. So where I'm going isn't necessarily maybe the place that you want to go. It might not be the best place. But, I mean, if I had to just be general and give some ideas, I think Utah, Arizona, maybe Florida, definitely Wyoming, some of Idaho, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. But if you want to like have like a good time, like really solid nature, all that shit, Utah, Arizona for sure. Because then you get all the good vibes, all the amazing nature. Salt Lake City's dope. Tucson has absolutely amazing Mexican food. You're right over the border, so you could, you know, if you have a passport, you could just drive over to Mexico. There's a lot of parts of Arizona that are absolutely incredible. And even Phoenix, it's like a little bit parasited by this liberal, like, kind of not even that. How do I say this? It's like, it's just some of the places that I went when I was last there were pretty fucking annoying. Like telling me to put on a mask and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? When someone tells me to put on a mask, I just look at them like the way that a dog looks at you when you try speaking to it in English. Like, you know, when you look at a dog and you start like making all those noises and telling it to like do something, and then the dog just like tilts its head sideways. Like, what is this motherfucker talking about? He knows I don't speak English. That's exactly what I do if someone tells me to put on a mask. I don't even respond back. I just tilt my head a little bit and just stare at them in the eyes until they get freaked out. It's probably the only time I had to do that, though, was when when I was in Phoenix. All right, we have 600 people in here. That's amazing. Ian says, do you breathe, Jordan? Nah, man, I gave up breathing a long time ago. Oh man, we're really doing it in here. He said, "Would you hang out with Shia LaBeouf?" I would hang out with anyone, man. Like if they're high level, like I'll hang. I know that all these celebrities know the truth because that's how they got there. It's all through wisdom and knowledge. Like they had to be elect, you know? That's what they do. It's like getting into the CIA. They don't just let anyone in the fucking CIA. You have to be the best at keeping secrets. It's the same thing when you get into the Illuminati or the new, like when you join the high levels of ranks of Freemasonry, or like if your mom or dad or a Mason or a Eastern Star witch, you're grown up into a reality where you're the best secret keeper. And yeah, hell yeah, bro. I'll hang out with all those people. Like, I think they would be all fascinating. I would have a 10 times better experience hanging out with Shia LaBeouf than I would hanging out with, like, anyone in my community. Like, in this town, I mean. Like, if I was just walking around town and I, like, made a friend at a bar, what the fuck am I going to talk to him about? The gas prices? I meet up with Shia LaBeouf. Me and him could fucking talk about the cosmos together. We could talk about everything. Me and him would be having a good-ass time. But I know that he's had to do some dark shit, and that comes out in him. You could tell. You could tell who the celebrities are that cracked, the ones that couldn't keep up with the agenda, you know? They saw some rough shit in their time becoming more and more famous, and they didn't like to watch those rituals or take part in those rituals anymore. So then they go quote unquote crazy, and then after, now that they're publicly crazy, and I'm saying this with air quotes, then what they do is they fucking ruin their careers. That's how you know that someone in the Illuminati fucked up, or they went against the protocol. Either they're dead or their career's fucked over. It's one or the other. That's how you know. Like, oh, that's a real one. Like all that Me Too movement shit, that's all a bunch of people that they didn't have enough blackmail on. Daniel, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you so much. Says, hello, sir. I am new to your channel. What are your thoughts on ADA Cardano? Well, since you're new here, just let you know, I don't really like taking super chats for talking about cryptos, but I appreciate you and I appreciate your support. Basically, Cardano is a Jesuit order coin. It's 100% tied to the Jesuits. And if it's tied to the Jesuits, that means it's tied to Saturn, heavily tied to Saturn. And Saturn rules. Saturn is Father Time, the king of Earth. So if it's tied back to Saturn, it's a winner. And Cardano absolutely is. And there's even a quote that I shared in my community once on film during one of Charles Hoskinson's, like, I don't know what the fuck that guy does. I guess we could call it a live stream. But he like straight up said, like, there is a new world order and it's us. He literally said that. Like, that guy's classic, man. Christina Martin, I appreciate you. On what was going on with AMP, I wouldn't invest in it right now just because of this stage in the bull run. But now let's just say we fast forward to 2023 and the market's at a bottom and AMP has lost 95% of its value, which I believe it will. That's a very solid time to consider building positions in those types of coins. But yeah, let's please not ask any questions about cryptocurrencies in the super chats. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So Mr. Tuartap, the 14 euro super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. 1440, that's the number right there. 144. I love that. Says, what are your thoughts about countries such as El Salvador that see Bitcoin as legal tender, and those countries we have to go to if we see are getting empty taxed by global New World Order tax system? I'll put it like this. I think that is really sinister, this El Salvador thing, and I'll tell you why. This is how they're going to usher these third world countries into a blockchain-based technology. It's really fucked up how they're doing it. They're going to give them a little bit of Bitcoin, make them feel happy. They have all these digital wallets now on their cell phones, and the next thing you know, they're in a fucking cashless society. Okay? That's why they're doing it. There's no other reason. Taxes, none of that matters. They're just trying to put people on that new system, that quantum financial economy. That's what they're trying to do. And I'm not talking about Nassar Jassara or QFS. That's bullshit. That's a psyop. But they want to move people onto this digital wallet shit that they're doing in China already, like Alipay. That's what they want the whole world to become. And iPhones are dirt cheap now. You could get a touchscreen smartphone for pennies. Like, seriously. If you return your old iPhone for like 2 iPhone models ago, you can upgrade for $1 to a new phone. It's crazy. Crazy. So that's what they're doing in the third world, and they're gonna pull it off everywhere. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying anything like that El Salvador is in complete poverty and they're falling apart. I get the move. I don't think it's a power play against the New World Order. I think it is literally a perfect chess move by the New World Order. Steven Ulrich, I appreciate you, brother. $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, crazy day for the Wolves. Cheers to 62K. Proud to be a member of this fantastic community. Sending you all love. Sending you all high vibrations. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. And I'm really proud of you, Steven. You know, like, we had that one call and just felt I felt really big things coming for you in 2022. I just know it. I know you're going to have an absolutely incredible year. And I can't wait to see how the rest of this year goes for you. Sending you a lot of love. Kalina Mercier? Mercier? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I really appreciate this. Is a cute little dog hugging a heart. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate you. Nah, I don't call myself a particular diet. I'm just the one. I don't eat a particular way. I just do what vibrationally aligns with me. I'm trying to scoop through this. Yeah, everyone's programmed, man. We're all programmed. That's part of being in the matrix. It's just, we're all programmed. We all just have to get some antivirus software and just put it into our pineal gland, and then we'll start to wake the fuck up. Men, women, old people, wise people, everyone's programmed. We're just always going a little deeper, you know? Like, my goal here with what I'm doing is to just crack open like all of this emotion and whatever's going on here. Like, you know, this market in particular, it's a very wacky thing. And you can see through being more conscious and being more emotionally stable. And that goes in both directions, by the way. I talked about this in my trading course that I'm about to release. Even joy and happiness and being, excited is a problem, because when you're excited in this market, you get greedy. So it goes both ways, man. Like, it's all about being balanced. It's all about balance. And we're programmed to feel the extremes. We're programmed to feel heaven and hell. We're programmed that when we're living in heaven, we want to go visit hell. When we're in hell, we want to taste heaven. And we just do this over and over and over and over and over again. Like, you are all the gods, and you're also Sisyphus. And what you'll do is you'll take yourself to go help a part of yourself that's failing, and then you will then locate who that is that helped. And this is such a crazy idea, but you'll locate who that is that helped, some part of your subconscious, and then you'll punish them and be like, what the fuck are you doing for helping? And then you'll go back to visit misery. And we do this rinse repeat all day, forever. We always think that we have it right until we have it right. And then when we have it right, we're like, no, that can't be right. It's like an infinite trap. It's the Russian doll. No chance of a black swan before December or January. All right, I'm just trying to catch up on some shit. Okay, let's do the super chat. John Upper Sirloin. He says, "You are the oracle. Use this money to go buy yourself some fine wine or a beverage of your choice." Oh shit! I love you, John. Thank you, brother. That means a lot to me, man. Yeah, I'll go buy a bottle of wine and then I'll make sure to drink half of it before the next red pill episode. That way the red pill episode turns into the burgundy pill episode. But I really appreciate you. Thank you. I'm serious. Thank you. Hey, Sarah. How are you? Oh, shit. Where's Pride at? Pride, yo, Ambrose, leave a highlighted comment so I could wrench you. Yeah, so he says, I've hung out with a lot of movie stars and I find out that most of them are swallowed up by ego. That's why they're famous and that's why they're wise and that's why they are in the position they're in, because they have lots of ego. Ego is what makes people great. It's what makes you the best version of yourself. We'll all learn that if we would stop creating these negative definitions on words, and if we stopped living in this duality trap, we would start to see that the words are spells. And ego is absolutely crucial. It's critical. It's part of becoming your best self. So that's why all the people at the top have that. I mean, fucking Yoda had ego. People just don't know what that word really means. Yeah, you know, like when people talk about MK Ultra, they disregard all the other shit that's going on. Like, your computer, your internet is MK. It's all MK Ultra. Like, advertisement signs on the highway are MK Ultra. Just think about it. Think about what it really is, right? So AM says Saturn is Satan. Don't be fooled. Satan isn't. First of all, Satan is Lucifer. I'm not even going to comment on that. That's crazy. Don't be fooled. How long have you been in this live stream? You think I'm getting fooled? Hilarious. This is like the dude that shows up at the book signing and starts telling the author how to fucking write a book. Anyways, David V, 525 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Any thoughts on the golden age, which is supposed to arrive on our planet after the Kali Yuga and transition phase we're currently in? I don't believe in that. Golden age, dark age, light age. I mean, I'm considering that this is the dark ages, but I think like what we need to do is we need to create these realities without waiting on shit to happen. Like, whether it's the age of Aquarius or golden age or fucking whatever, just create your own golden age, right, David? Create your own fucking like change. Everyone wants to wait around for like Jesus to show up. It's like, why don't you just become Jesus then? Wouldn't that save you a bunch of steps? I know that's hard for people to accept because they've been programmed. But like, I don't care what age it is. None of that matters to me. Like, just do your best life. Just live. There's nothing that's really going to change. Like, people just need to wake up. Like if some crazy cosmic shift happened, there'd be more deaths than there would be enlightenment, because people who are asleep, these zombies, they're not ready to learn the truth, man. They would kill themselves if they knew the truth. Or they would start acting like apes. If you told everyone in the world right now, okay, well, the world's going to end in the year 2113, and it's going to be a flood, and there's going to be, plasma storms all day, nobody would have kids, and everyone would be on the streets fucking rioting and stealing all the food. So, of course, we can't know the truth. We can't know when the times are changing or when the new age is or any of that. We're not allowed to know. It's just and it's good that we don't, because you should just live your own life as if tomorrow there's going to be a flood. Like, just do it. Just exist. Be grateful. Nah, it's not that Jesuits are not good. Like, they're just people, man. Like, there's lower level people and there's higher level people, right? Like, just because someone prescribes to a religion, it doesn't mean they're bad. It means they just made a choice, and they're going to have to learn through the experiences of the choices they made. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, they are born religious, and then they leave their religion, and then they join the cults. They join the New Age, or they join fucking Flat Earth cult, or they join the XRP Army cult, or they join the fucking carnivore diet cult. Everyone's just joining a fucking cult, and no one wants to admit it. Like, if you're in any situation where you've locked your mind down into a particular thought pattern where it's just completely based on a protocol of some other person's work, and you're not thinking for yourself, and you're not questioning, and you're not allocating your energy to wonder, you're in a fucking cult. So all cults are just, they are what they are. Like, the members unfortunately get sucked into what they get sucked into, but Jesuit or not, like, it doesn't define who a person is. A lot of these people at the highest levels that are Jesuits are not actually just Jesuits. They're bloodline descendants of a bloodline that goes back to Sumerian times. They have access to knowledge and wisdom that we'll never be elect to having. So, but those people they're way beyond a religion. They're way beyond a title. They're above us. And they're not above us because of power. They're above us because of bloodline. But I don't mean that necessarily to limit you. I'm not saying that like we're peons or anything. I'm just saying there's a reason why the people that are in government, the people that are in politics and all this other stuff going on in the world, whether it be like the best athletes or, like LeBron James, he's a high-level Freemason. They don't just let people like that get there into those positions unless they serve a purpose for the New World Order agenda. But that guy will sit there and look everyone in the face and tell people he's a Christian all day. But I know what he really is. He's a Luciferian, which does not mean bad. It just means that he practices and worships the light bearer, the bearer of wisdom and knowledge. That's who Lucifer is. That's what Luciferians do. And then some of them practice witchcraft and magic, and that's where it gets crazy. But that's a different topic. A lot of these celebrities don't actually practice that shit because they're not allowed to. Because if they were to, they would see some of them don't have the consciousness to practice it, and they would crack. And then in that moment, they would stop being an entertainer. And the New World Order at the highest levels uses these people, like the lower level talented people, so that they're entertainers. So they're just sock puppets to keep us distracted. Some of them can't be told the truth, and some of them can't practice magic because they're not enlightened enough, they're not wise enough, or they're not evil enough. Whatever you want to define them as. Okay, this is like where we end this question. It says, do you believe in flat Earth? Just yes or no. How about this? I don't believe about anything. I'm infinitely curious. I wake up every day and I don't give a fuck what shape the earth is. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't change my life. BB says, blessings to all. Can you speak on Lucifer? Wanted to know your thoughts. He is the bringer of light. So it's not really a he or a she. Lucifer is Eosphorus, and Eosphorus or phosphorus is Venus, the morning star, who has been anthropomorphized into Aphrodite or Apru or Aphrodite, which is what we name the month of April after. It is Venus, or the goddess of love. And love is allowing. And allowing is where wisdom can actually be absorbed, where you could actually absorb knowledge. So the terminology of Satan or the devil or all of that shit, it doesn't exist biblically. It's heel. That is what we're talking about. And most of the time when people are confusing all these terms, they're actually talking about Baal, or what is in some books as Beelzebub, but it's Baal. This is what really annoys me about people talking about Lucifer, is 99% of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they actually are focusing their energy onto the wrong thing when they're talking about Baal or Moloch. That's what's going on here. So the supreme ruler, way above Lucifer. Lucifer's there, powerful as fuck. Venus is powerful. But there's another level, and there's another level, and there's another level. But there's a deity for each fucked up thing that these New World Order elites do. And it is not Lucifer. Trust me on that. It's most likely Moloch or Baal. That is what people keep confusing with all of this. Bringer of Rain 6 says, hey Jordan, love your work. Have you seen the real Merkaba, and did you know Santos Bonacci are 3 out of 4 in base ciphers? I really appreciate your super chat. I'm not sure. Oops, sorry about that, everyone. That was an awkwardly loud beep. Apologies. So what do you mean about, like, have I seen the Merkaba? Well, that's an energy field that's around you. It's not visible because it's not, it's just energy, right? Like, that's what you're asking. But I don't actually know how to answer your question in regards to this Santos Bonacci thing. I mean, I respect Santos for the work that he's done for this world. I haven't met him, but I know that he's friends with Logan, Decode Your Reality, and Logan I absolutely love. So if Logan is friends with Santos, I assume that Santos is a great man. I know he's great from his work. I'm just not entirely sure what your question is in regards to this 3 out of 4 base ciphers. But yeah, I really appreciate your super chat. I'm sorry that I can't help. Might be a translation issue. Let's move on. T. Livingston, 1616. I appreciate you, brother. Says, much love, Jordan. Thank you for changing my life. Damn. I'm glad that I've helped you on your journey, brother. Says, true gratitude to you. Curious if you've listened to Manly P. Hall. Honestly, just can't show my appreciation enough. Looking forward to Trading Wolves. I appreciate you, man. I'm grateful for your appreciation. It means a lot to me. So Manly P. Hall is a fake name. And his we have 666 people in here, so this is the perfect time to do it, okay? Manly P. Hall actually is it's a puzzle. His name is a puzzle, and that puzzle actually equates to the act of ejaculation. So manly, like a manly pea. Just put it together. It's a fake name. It's hilarious. He's interesting. He's definitely a high-level member of the Masonic Order. He's most likely direct student or close with Albert Pike. He's an interesting guy, but I think a lot of people take his shit way too seriously. And some of the things that he shares are absolutely brilliant and were impactful for my my studies. But there are some traps in his work. A lot of absolutes. And sometimes I have an issue with people that create a lot of absolutes. But other than that, I mean, Manly P. Hall's work is quite fascinating. For anyone who hasn't looked into or just listened to his lectures, pretty interesting stuff. I know he's exposed the Jesuits a couple times as well. I don't think he's ever spoken about Gematria. Yeah, Lucifer is the goddess Venus. The goddess. Moving on up. Diego Llamas or Lamas. 963 super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Are you guys moderating? Because I'm seeing a little bit of parasitation going on in the comment section. XR Free Me says, first time here, love your energy, appreciate you, with the $2 super chat. I love you, man. I love your energy. Look at that cute little white cat you got. What's your cat's name? I'm sending that cat some love. Yo, Jay Khan, you need to go into your bathroom and look in the mirror and hug yourself and just say everything's going to be okay. And then after you do that, you're going to shut off your computer, leave this live stream, and just go meditate on it, okay? It's going to feel good. The frequency here is way too high for where you're at, though, right now. Your blood is probably starting to fucking boil inside of your skin. Let's move it on. Tetragrammaton. That's actually one of my favorite songs by the Mars Volta. A song called Tetragrammaton. Go check it out. Mars Volta. Mind-blowing band. Mart Zinn. Jordan, can you say something about beings like Bashar Abraham Hicks, please? Well, Abraham Hicks, or Esther, I think her name is definitely an important, played an important role in my life. I actually learned about manifestation through her work, and she just did a really good job at putting names onto certain ideas that were loose subjects that were really hard to put. How do I say this? It's kind of like how I try to deliver my work. I understand that my work is extremely comprehensive and probably quite confusing for some people, especially if you've never heard of Gematria or don't know technical analysis. But I try to package it in a way where it has utility for people, even if they're a complete beginner. That's always what I strive to do. And I hope you guys feel that I've done such. And when it comes to the idea of how to manifest and the theories and utility of manifestation, I feel like Abraham Hicks has done a great job. And when she's getting asked questions, she always responds to people by putting the power in them first. And I always try to do that as well. Like when I'm getting asked a question, it's like, it's not about me. It's not about my fucking opinion. And it's all about how you absorb it. And it's all about your power. And when I've just learned as a teacher, people are lacking power. They have the power, but they just don't want to wield it. You know, it's like, they know where to find the sword, but if you put the sword in their hands, it would drop to the ground because it's too heavy for them. And I mean that like, that's a very deep thing I'm trying to say here. We talked about it in the last live stream in regards to like wearing the crown of thorns or wearing the crown. A lot of people talk shit like they want to get into that position, but once they're in that position, they're fucking, their lips are quivering and they don't know what to do. because it's a whole new role. It's a whole new role in this matrix. And until you're there and you're playing it, it just is what it is. You know? So Abraham Hicks does a really good job at breaking down a lot of those ideas when it comes to manifestation, and I respect her work for that. Thanks, Ian. Thanks for moderating that. Appreciate you. It's so amazing how somebody who's asleep could take something out of context. It's like it's a whole different ballgame. Ooh, I'm missing some super chats. What's going on here? Okay, George Key. How did you go about finding your Agent Smith becoming enlightened? I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating meat and I grew out my hair and I stopped caring about what people thought about me, and I just accepted that I'm a being of light, and then the light came in. I accepted all the failures that I've ever done as my best decisions. I accepted that I'm the greatest person in this reality. I accepted that I no longer want anything. I just have it already. I started looking at human beings that I see on the streets as like NPCs. Like they're like sim characters. Their opinions don't matter. They don't even exist. Yeah, that was the enlightenment for me. I just accepted what I am. And a lot of fear went away when I did that, because all the judgment from the external world, it started to wither away. And I started to be able to focus my energy on serving my purpose, like doing things that serve me, doing things that allow me to stay at the level that I seek to be at. You know, what's your value? Like, do you wake up any day of the week and know what your value is? If you could start instantly answering that question, if you know what you're worth, then you're ready. You know, that enlightenment will happen for you. Giselle Ridgemont, I appreciate you. Much love. Yeah, Michael, man, Casey, I really appreciate you saying what you said, but just try not to spam the chat. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome that Manly P. Hall has spoken about Gematria. Maybe one of you guys can send me that sometime. I would love to check that out. Appreciate that. And I hope I didn't say that he doesn't talk about Gematria. Maybe I did say that, but I meant to say that I've never heard him speak about Gematria. So, of course, I haven't had the time to listen to every single lecture from Manly P. Hall or read his books, but that's great. That's awesome that he's spoken about Gematria. I would assume, isn't that where the 4 base ciphers comes from? His work. It has to be either him or Albert Pike, right? Like who would have exposed that? I don't know. I still have so much to learn about stuff like that, man. It's amazing. I'm so grateful for what I don't know. You know, I'm just so grateful for all the wisdom I'm gonna be coming across. You know, so thank you guys for bringing up what you bring up sometimes. The Mozzie Kid, $15 super chat. Damn, thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I have a lot of love for you. Yeah, I love the Mars Volta, man. I saw the Mars Volta once Unfortunately, only one time. I've seen At the Drive-In too. That shit was wild. Cedric actually jumped on me on the first song. He jumped out into the crowd, and I caught him. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, the Mars Volta, one of the bands that changed my life for sure. So Bringer of Rain says, sorry, was too fried when I sent the super chat. I meant that the real Merkaba on YouTube, Santos Bonacci and Black Nobility are 3 out of 4 in base ciphers. Oh, okay. You should send me an email with a link to that so I could check that out. Bringer of Rain, I appreciate you with the second super chat. Thank you so much. Says, Common Man, I appreciate 1999. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. As always, these live streams have been my highest beliefs for years. It's finally time we all need to de-learn and relearn. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're all doing our part together. Like, it's going to be beautiful. I'm excited for 2022. I'm excited for the end of this bull run. I want this fucking bull run to be over, man. I'm more excited about the bear market than I am about this bull run because I already knew this shit was going to happen for so long that I'm just like, I'm over it. You know, like Bitcoin hit 62K today and I'm like, whatever, man. Wake me up when it's 140,000. I don't even care. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. Because when you have the crystal ball, this is just the low. These are the lows, man. We have room to go. Bashar and Hicks are channels of misinformation. Well, yeah, information is just data. It's irrelevant. Everyone's information is bullshit. It's about what are the lessons that you are taking from it, right? That's what matters about this world. You don't need to fucking resonate with every single thing that every person does. Nobody knows the truth. We're all fucking, this is all bullshit. Everything is the Matrix. It's fake. My truth and your truth and everyone else's truth, it doesn't matter. It all reduces down to zero at the end of the day. This idea of misinformation, who cares? Just follow content that resonates with you, that serves you and your higher purpose at this time. But no one knows the truth. Because there's one community that loves science that's saying flat earth is misinformation, and then the flat earth community is saying that this other group of people are spreading misinformation. It's just a circle jerk. Everyone thinks they're fucking right. None of you are right. We're all just experiencing. Like, let's just experience. So much better that way. Okay, Suriel says, how do you feel about semen retention? It works. It's real. It's hard to keep up with, though, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever you do. But yeah, I mean, I think, something funny that I remember from the Kevin Gates interview is when he was talking about like practicing semen retention. He's like, and then I make love with my girl, and then she's in the kitchen at night, like manifesting how the rest of her day's gonna be. And I'm sitting there in the bed tired as shit. And he's like, because once you give her your energy, she has it now. Like, women are magicians, bro. Like, they don't even know that. They don't even know that they're getting the high test gasoline, But until you understand what semen retention is all about, what's going on here. But guys, that's why these fucking elites do all the crazy shit they do. Why do you think they're eating pineal glands and stuff? You think they just do that because they're hungry? They're doing because they know that all the body, all of this stuff in this realm that has to deal with humans is high level shit. That's why they want that's why they want adrenochrome. That's why they fucking eat babies. It's crazy. It's fucking mad. It's sickening. But this is why they do it, because they know. They know. So it's crazy how all these channels have started like growing, talking about like, semen retention and no FAP and all that. But it's like, This is shit the elites knew about forever, man. It's just energy. If you're letting go of your energy too often, you're not going to have the energy. So it's pretty obvious stuff, you know? Like once you start to wake up, you're like, okay, that makes sense. Well, Dirty Sinatra, that's like you said, LOL is fire hot. I'm sure you're like, that's a joke, but like, I don't know. I was thinking about how apparently the sun emits microwaves and, or microwave radiation. And, microwave is cold while it's on. It's when you add water that it starts to create heat. So like if you just take a piece of paper and you put it in a microwave, you could keep that going for like 10 hours straight and it's not going to do anything. But if you add a single drop of water on top of that piece of paper and turn the microwave on, that shit's going to ignite to flames. It's going to literally ignite to flames. So it's pretty interesting, man. Like the sun might be a big ball of water. But because of I don't know, it could be technology too. It's probably just technology. It's probably an artificial sun too. Like we probably have a real sun and then we have an artificial sun, like a solar simulator. It's something I've thought about because of just sun gazing sometimes. And I'm like, nah, this isn't the real deal, man. This is weird. But again, maybe we're just in a simulation. Maybe this is just a big computer video game. Maybe the sun is just hot because our minds make it think it's hot. Have you ever thought about that? It's pretty wild, right? Damn, you guys are roasting people. People just keep bringing up someone and then they're like, this person's trash. It's like, damn. Everyone's talking shit. It's like, like, I don't know who any of these people are. And I think a lot of us here are more alike than we are different, I guess everyone's kind of a shill, right? It's so easy to call someone else a shill. But have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and like question yourself, Nah, ketogenic diet is fucking a death sentence. That's the most ridiculous way to eat. All right, what's going on? Mandela effect, super easy to pull off. Yeah, this is all an illusion. Chef DeMarcus says you can't just ban this fool. Yeah, you can just fucking kick the guy. Like, who cares? We have a very simple strategy here for moderation. Okay, Ian, Jody, Sarah, whoever is around. Once somebody acts up like let's just say more than like 1.5 times. See you later. Yeah, you definitely got to stay away from porn. That shit is... No, don't do that. It's going to mess you up. All right. See what's going on. He just said you're wasting your unborn ancestors. Oh shit. That's so true that it like hurts to say. So Lack Attack 24, I'm a first time listener and I love Kevin Gates, man. You have a new lifetime follower, my dear. Love you, bro. I love you too, bro. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying this experience with us on Friday night. Or Friday morning if you're over there in Australia. Appreciate you. Chef DeMarcus says Jesus is king. Original cover is the real sun. Wisdom. You should yeah, let me see that picture whenever you get a chance. Oh man, my beard's getting long, guys. Starting to have a gnarly mustache going too. All right, $5 super chat from Gustavo Gomez. My brother, much love your way. I haven't stopped seeing 1111 and 333 on my clocks. Please help me elaborate. Well, you know, these repeating numbers are coming up in your code for a reason, you know, but it doesn't really matter what I think. I think that you need to attach an empowering concept to those numbers. So whenever it gets to 1111 or 333, I want you to just say something really positive and accept it for what it is. Just manifest something. Say something that you already have, not something that you want, something that you already have. And then those times will continue to show up more and more often for you. I promise you that. And I really appreciate your super chat. Profrask says, you smoke weed, bro? No, I do not smoke. I don't harm my lungs. I respect and love my lungs, so I let them thrive. I don't smoke at all, actually, and I do not hang out with people who smoke. I don't talk to girls or anyone who smokes also. It's very unattractive to me. But I don't mind if someone smokes. Do your thing. You just never see me in the same room as you. I'm keeping my lungs pure because they are my trees. They're my great forests. Ian says, your beard's getting long. Prove it. No, man, no face reveal until XRP is $589. I told you. Cutthroat and Maniac says, my dad wants me to go to the military, but I want to get a job and focus on crypto. Go over to your dad, hug him, tell him you love him, but tell him that you ain't going to the fucking military. And that's it. Just walk away. And if he doesn't agree with that, then oh well. Wow, did I get to the end of the questions? No way. How did I do it? No, I don't look like Forrest Gump. I look probably a little bit more like Jesus. The fake Jesus, the Caesar Borgia guy. Yeah, Chef DeMarcus, once you cut out that smoking, man, like that shit's going straight up through your nose into the pineal gland. It's not the move. You'll definitely start advancing when you quit smoking for sure. He said you must have skipped hella shit, LOL. Yeah, I probably did, man. I probably did. Let me go back. I probably have like 15 more minutes that I can hang out with you guys, and then I gotta cut it. 1 second. Who's Eric Foreman? Tell us a fun fact about you that we don't know. Shit, man. I told you guys stuff that I've never even told my people that I used to hang out with. A fun fact about me that you don't know. Let me think about this. I mean, you guys probably know I work a lot. Like I work like 16 to 17 hours a day. You probably know that though. All right, did I ever tell you guys how when I first got into crypto, I put like 95% of my money in crypto, and then I couldn't like afford groceries for like a couple weeks because I put all my money in crypto, and then luckily I had enough private clients, like people that I was working with for teaching them how to invest and building their portfolios, and I was doing that before the YouTube channel, and I used to just like go days without eating because I didn't want to sell my crypto. I knew that Bitcoin would go to like 100,000 someday. I knew XRP would go at like $5-6. I knew all that, like when XRP was probably like 20 cents. But I put all my money in it, and I barely had any money to eat, you know. So that was pretty funny. That's like the funniest time of my life because I look back at it and I was like, yo, that's the definition of going all in. And now I work with so many people and I've helped so many people with portfolios. Like I've probably done 1,000 portfolio reviews, and like I would never do that shit ever again. I would never advise somebody do such a stupid fucking thing, putting all their money in crypto. But it ended up being life-changing. It changed my life, and now I could change a lot of other people's lives. So I'm glad that I did it, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know what I haven't said. I don't even think about what I've done. I'm always focused like on the next thing to do, so it's weird. I don't know, Alex. I'll let you know. Yeah, Sip to Market says, Cesar Borgia, I always felt you look like that in a good way, though. I feel like me and Chef DeMarcus would have a good time hanging out together, listening to some music, driving in a car or something. I feel that. I don't know why. I feel like from the moment that guy started following my work, I would be able to chill with him. Much love to you. Damn, Diggs. 7777 super chat. Send in love to all, wishing and sending you all prosperous and abundant energies. He who angers you controls you. Love you, Jordan and Pup Wolves. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. That's a big super chat, though, man. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate you, though. I hope my work has been bringing you abundance. I hope my work has been bringing you abundance in all ways, including that bank account. But more importantly, in that heart account, because that's what this is all about. Yeah, I'm going to try to back up. Sidebar, do you believe, I don't know if he's talking to me or not. Do you believe in pouring out one for the homies before having a drink? Yeah, so I do think there's a lot of energy in that, Gustavo. And it's because I started doing Chinese tea ceremonies, where you drink the tea in a gaiwan. So it's like called gung fu tea. And when you're doing gung fu tea, you always pour a little bit of the tea out into like it's like a respect thing. It's like you're pouring it out for gratitude of like all the abundance you have, you know? And part of that ceremony was like really changed my life. So I could see why people practice that idea, and it's deep and it goes back to like ancient times. So I know you asked it in a way that's like all modernized, but yeah, I do feel like when you're having your morning coffee or when you're having a cup of water in the morning, just go outside, go to the plants, go to the trees, pour a little bit of water on the tree and just say thank you. Like, just be grateful for the fucking land beneath your feet that provides you. And when you put love into that land will provide back for you tenfold. It's all about energy and frequency. And if you're just pouring it on like your lawn because you live in a fucking, like a townhouse, it doesn't matter. Like by giving high vibrations and love, showing gratitude to Mother Nature in any way, shape, or form is going to make you feel better, and in turn make your day better, and in turn make other people around you's day better. It's an amazing practice. So yeah, I'm glad that you asked that. I'm glad that I actually looked over that question because something that I've definitely wanted to talk about. Yeah, I'm on like day 10 of eating black grapes every morning since getting back from a little trip. Oh, also, one of my I don't know if she's listening, but Linda, I love you so much. Thank you for the amazing Black Forest grapes. I've been eating them every day. Wow. Grapes with seeds. What a fucking luxury. And the rambutan, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think I'm saying it right, but they're almost like lychee. Ugh. Thank you. You made my day. You made my week, actually. It was like the best gift. All right, guys, I am going to head out because we've been going for a while now. Where's this stupid market at? All right, cool. Cool. Bitcoin. 7% green dildo to heaven. Very cool. Ugh. How little do I care. All right, guys, have a beautiful weekend in this matrix. I really hope you all have a amazing time. Don't look at these charts unless you're going to watch this week's Red Pill episode and learn something. I'm going to continue working on this trading course over the next couple days. I'm trying to get that ready by the full moon, somewhere before the 24th, 25th of October for the patrons pre-sale. And then what else do I have going on? Nothing much. That's about it. I'll leave the Patreon link down here if you guys want to join up to that. Yeah, the live stream on the 19th gonna be lit. We're all gonna at least microdose, at least. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your evening or morning if you're out there on the other side of the other hemisphere on the pizza. I appreciate all of you. Take care. Much love.